And then one day, while I was at work, I had a stroke. I remember the sensation, like something shifting inside my head, a kind of tearing. I remember being aware that something was terribly, terribly wrong, and I remember the panic that comes when your body stops listening to you, when you know something is breaking down and you can't stop it. I was rushed into surgery. There was a bleeding event in my brain. My doctors were moving fast, trying to stop it, trying to save my life. And in that operating room, while they were working desperately to save me, my heart stopped. I flatlined. The first thing I remember after that is darkness, absolute darkness. But I want to be very clear about something. It wasn't frightening. It wasn't like being buried or trapped. It wasn't oppressive. It was just the absence of light, the absence of physical sensation, the absence of time even, though I didn't understand that yet. And almost immediately after that darkness, I became aware of something else. I understood with absolute certainty that I was dead. My body had stopped. I was no longer in that operating room. I was somewhere else entirely. And that's when I felt it. Presence. I can't describe it the way you describe another person. There was no form, no face, no voice speaking to me. But there was something there with me in that darkness, something intelligent, something aware, something that knew I was there and was present with me. And here's what struck me the most. It felt familiar, not like meeting someone new, like recognizing someone I'd always known but had somehow forgotten about, like coming across an old memory that was suddenly vivid again, like remembering a part of myself. There was a kind of welcome in that presence, a kind of knowing, and then the light started to come. The light was alive. I know how that sounds, but it's the only word that fits what I experienced. It had intention. It had awareness. It was moving toward me, and I was being drawn toward it at the same time. It wasn't passive illumination. It was something reaching out, something calling, something that knew me. As it came closer, I felt something shift in me. Recognition. Not the kind of recognition where you meet someone for the first time and feel a connection. The kind of recognition that comes from meeting someone you've known forever, but just remembered. The light was coming, and it knew me completely. And when the light met me, everything changed. Here's what I need you to understand. The light is not just illumination. It's not just bright. It's intelligence. It's love. It's presence. It's the fundamental nature of existence itself. And it's absolutely intentional. It comes to meet you. It knows you. It's familiar to you because part of you has always been connected to it, has always been part of it. And the moment you recognize it, the moment you see it and understand that it's safe, that it's welcoming, that it knows you completely, that's when everything shifts. Because you're not becoming something new, you're becoming fully yourself. You're recognizing your true nature. You're coming home. And then beings were there. I'm trying to find words for this. They weren't separate from the light. They were made of the light. made of the same presence. They had form and awareness, but not like a body, more like consciousness in a shape you could perceive. And they knew me. They knew everything I'd done, every patient I'd cared for in 30 years, every gentle word I'd spoken at a bedside, every moment I'd stayed steady and calm when things were chaotic and difficult. And they weren't judging me. They were celebrating me. They were saying in a way that wasn't words but was complete understanding, crystal clear understanding. You did well. You stayed kind. You stayed present. That matters. That matters immensely. What you did in that small room with that dying person, that echoes. That matters. And I cried. Not physically because I didn't have a body anymore, but the equivalent. I felt gratitude that was almost overwhelming. I felt understood because for 30 years I'd shown up for other people's deaths and I'd been afraid. I'd been afraid that it wasn't enough. I'd been afraid that my faith was insufficient, that my belief was too practical and measured and scientific. I'd been afraid that nursing wasn't the same as prayer, that presence wasn't the same as prayer. And there was just yes. This was enough. You were exactly what was needed. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. But then God showed me something that shocked me even more. Because the light that everyone talks about, that moment when a dying person sees it and reaches toward it, it's not the final destination. This is what shocked me. It's not pulling you into unconsciousness or dissolution. It's not the end of awareness. It's an invitation. The light is inviting you to come home to your true self. That's what the invitation is. Come home. Come fully into who you really are. And God showed me what that means. It means experiencing yourself without the filters of fear, without the filters of doubt, without ego, without defense, without shame. It means being fully known and fully loved at the same time. It means encountering intelligence and love that has always been present, but that we can't perceive while we're focused on physical survival, while we're worried about paying bills and what people think and whether we're enough. And the light is the bridge. It's the threshold. It's saying, this way. Come this way. There's more. There's everything. And then God showed me something about memory, something I'm still processing even now. All the moments of care you've provided in your life, the hand you've held, the kind word you've spoken, the presence you offered to someone in pain. Those moments aren't lost. They're not wasted. They're woven into reality. They resonate. They matter. They change things. And when you cross over, when you die and you meet the light, you experience fully the impact of every act of love. You don't just understand it intellectually. You feel what the other person felt. You see how it changed them. You see the ripples of that kindness spreading out into their life. You understand that nothing good you've ever done is wasted. That was hard to witness. All that goodness in my own life that I'd forgotten about. All that impact that I didn't even know I was having while I was living. All those moments I thought were small and insignificant, and they weren't. They were everything.